it's 5 o'clock, let's open the meeting. Meeting called roll.
Rodney Ross,
Here.
Dennis Pelfrey,
Here.
Tom Holland right here,
He's up court.
Dean Knoll,
Here.
Jim Brandenburg,
Here.
good.
Here.
Everybody's here, good, come on.
Thank you, Mitch. All right. Dennis, are you?
Heavenly Father, we thank you for this day. Thank you for another court meeting. Pray that you just guide, direct us as we make decisions for the county, Lord. Just pray that you just help us take care of our people, Lord, and do what we can to get our roads done and everything we've got to do for the county and our ambulance service, Lord. Just pray that you keep everybody safe and the sheriff's department, Lord, and just protect us all. Just help us do your will in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen. Pledge.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Switching on them now.
All right, let's get into the department reports. Mitch, can you start out?
I can start out good.
Pardon me, Judge, I forgive you. We just,
That county road.
I
agent.
apologize.
Okay, I'm in, okay.
and the LGEA, I'm sorry.
Okay, let's go into the, when we do that, Earl, right, I missed that.
That's okay.
County road agent, the LGA hearing for fiscal year 25 and 26. That's just that county road aid money and the LGA, nobody's here to,
You know about how much we get in the county road aid. It's about $916,000 for next year. And then on the mineral tax, which is the LGEA, we get about 123, somewhere along there, it fluctuates. All of the LGEA money is used for your jail, for lodging, and, you know, anything that's on county road aid, all of that money must be spent on the county designated roads. It could be salaries, it can be materials, it can be whatever, but that's the extent of it.
we need to vote on that, or is that just a hearing?
No, it's just a hearing.
All right,
Thank you, Mr.
all right, we'll move on now. Mitch, go ahead.
April receipts total were $53,119.33. We had our cleanup on the weekend of the 25th and 26th, and very successful. We had 435 individual loads, that's vehicles, trailers, that's a record. That amounts to about close to 80 tons, and that's not counting the metals. Kevin, how much metal is still high?
300-400 tons, maybe.
Okay, that's still there, so it was really, that was about 20 roll-offs, somewhere around there, 30 to 40 yard roll-offs, yeah. And, just, want to thank solid waste employees, road department employees, the jail, Lee County Conservation District, and, everybody that participated. It was a really good event. Even though it rained all day Friday, we were still busy the whole day. Yeah, the whole day. It never stopped. So, that's all I've got to do.
Thank you, Mitch. Road department, Kel?
We've been pretty busy. We got, we're starting mowing for Memorial Day. We started working on all the cemetery roads. So hopefully we'll get everybody passed. We'll do them when they get to the cemetery. Got some big steel projects coming up. We're getting ready to put some roads back together. Everything that's going pretty good. Got a lot of road damage here lately. All this rain. Everybody just bear with us. We'll get them back.
We have, I've been working hard on those. Getting it back in line, it takes a little time to get it back in line.
And, our main focus right now is Memorial Day, getting the cemetery roads.
Yeah,
Getting everybody where they get to them. That's what we're focused on.
we believe in getting the cemetery roads right, where people get to them, put flowers on the grave and all that, we try to make sure they're all in good shape. All right, thank you, Kevin. Ambulance, Captain?
For
April, we had 111 billable runs, total run 143. Total received 73,956.34, and today we've got 55 runs, that's one work. And with the ambulance service right now. Hopefully we'll have them bay back open where we park those ambulances back downstairs soon. So, we should be in pretty good shape.
Blake, do you know if you have any dialysis patients?
What?
If you have any dialysis patients you transfer?
No, we did have, but now, we do not. No, we don't. Thank you, Ken.
You're welcome. Thank you, Captain. Coroner's report, Kenneth.
We had an eventful week last week, it was about our drowning on South Fork. Watched the news, it was all negative last week. We're number one in the state for drug overdose deaths right now. We're at 156% above everybody else, above Louisville, above Paducah, above everywhere. And I am personally working with the HUD to try to figure out what we can do to slow that down. It's just not slowing down. I took 3 for an autopsy last week because they were all unexplained deaths all of a sudden. Just been a little eventful week.
Appreciate your hard work. I know you working hard. Appreciate that. All right, economic development. Donald Scott called me. He got to get some blood work done by 5 this evening, so that's where he's at. Leader's not here. Yeah, Blake, give us an update on today. Go ahead.
Anyway. Been quiet. We met with two-star general from Corps of Engineers today, looking over the flood survey for the flood plain. I might have lost for word, but they've been working on that since basically 21. It's the thing that stemmed from that. And looking at what they're going to do for Bayville to be more resilient as the floods come along. So he came in and did a little walking tour, went around town, looked at a lot of different things. So the way he explained, he's going back to DC. He's a 2-star, a 3-star makes a decision to give us the authority to move forward to get funding. So that works. And so he was very positive that he was going to recommend that. So we have the authority and funding, those two things got to happen. Better go the way they explained that to me. That being the case, then we'll have the monies, and this is from the 21 flood. It has nothing to do with the last one. So that would be, monies to flood proofing the building, about on flood proofing, whether it be dry flood proofing, wet flood proofing, or even restore some of the storage. So all that money would come from that. So, but we kind of went through almost like that. But I mean, it's still going to be a long process. But they went very well. Hopefully they'll be just like Tom's building is on the list. So,
On the list for what?
for the stuff we had today.
Blood proof and stuff.
Yeah, so like when they come to you, you can, they'll have a plan of what's best for that building, what type of flood proofing, and then you can choose to do that or not do it. It's up to the individual. So that's kind of more or less that. So it's moving forward. That's kind of positive.
So Blake, is it anything like still a buyback or not?
No, this is totally different.
Totally different?
This is totally different. The buyback is a different plan, although the buyback is stemmed from the 25 flood. The buyback program will happen before this program.
Do you really think it's going to happen?
Yes.
We're meeting somebody tomorrow.
Are you?
Blake,
Do you know, and I'm just curious myself, will the county have to handle that money, or how you?
Bro, we're still working on that.
That's one of the questions.
Yeah, we're still working out the nuts and bolts of it, but.
Okay.
This resilience fund you're talking about now, does that go out in the county too? It don't stay in the city?
Which one? The one we did today?
Yeah, the one you're talking about
The one today is just for the city.
Just for the city,
Yeah.
none for the county, out in the county.
Mm-hmm.
So Blake, what's the what's the difference between it? I mean, I didn't hear it.
Okay,
What's the difference?
what we've had
between-
on today was a flood survey from the Corps of Engineers. This started right after the 21 flood, so they've come in, they've talked to people, they've had community meetings, they've looked at all the possibilities for flood resilience in Bayville. You know, they looked at flood wall, they looked at, you know, levees, they looked at all these different things, what would work for here. And some of that is obtaining properties. And in the plan, it's just tentative, and there'll be some community involvement in this, but in this plan, there'll be several $1 million that the plan will receive. And in their tentative plan, there'll be some of the buildings to be removed, parking lots put in, there'll be a walk all the way around town, there'll be native grasses put back in the lower areas. There'll be, you know, docks, you know, playgrounds, it's a pretty big deal, you know, and it's basically gonna go all, there'll be a river walk, there'll be 2 or 3 bridges, and that's just kind of what they've laid out now, obviously, you know, that could change. But that's what this money's for. Now, the buyback, although it's occurred at 25, it could happen earlier, so we've got to try to work those together. And then there's a third survey encompassing 9 counties, so all those 3 got to tie into the first complicated. But the first one from 21 has been the general, you know, Washington DC walked through town, and he's gonna recommend, you know, that we continue with the program, you know, to get the authority to get the funding. So it's just another step in that process. And if so, that's what they'll be doing, you know, they'll be, you know, looking at ways to, build a park and native grasses and things on the river that when the water comes up, the water goes down, you really haven't lost anything, or something that you can spray off like the boardwalk and the walkways, they'll be, you know, something on the board, where you can spray those back out and then do it back to community walks. So that's what this is from.
Blake, one of the meetings I went to, it seemed like I remember, it's only funded at like every other year, and they don't even request the funding until 26 is the way.
I think it's 27, because it's the federal fiscal year. It's very confusing, because you're right, yeah, but we have to have the authority granted by the Corps of Engineers. And that's what we're working on from this 3-star. If he gives us that, then we have to have the funding, which would come from Al Rogers' office, the way I understand it now. I'm not an authority on this, but that's the way I understand that. But yeah, it's gonna be 27 before the funding is even there, so this one's a little longer. So buyback is a little bit quicker. Yeah.
Yeah, this is different than the buyback.
Yeah, this is totally different.
Buyback will come quicker than what this
We can
is.
flood 2 or 3 more times for 27.
Huh?
We can flood a couple more times for 27, no kidding.
Very possible.
Thank you, Captain. Notice the record, Magistrates County Judge received bank balances, finance reports of April 3rd, 25, and copy claims adjustments for 25 meet district claims for May 25. Notice for the record, staff will begin the bidding process, 25-26 for supplies to include limestone, rock, gravel, asphalt, diesel fuel, covers, and steel drilling, like we do every year. Notices will go out on May 15th and are due back June 12th by noon. State court meeting, bids will be open, the regular court meeting at 5 o'clock. All right. I know we have somebody here to bring, Kenichi?
Yeah, Kenichi.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, so I have a concern for I'm living the Board Rock, Folk Road, that is just a dirt road, and so many, like, climber is driving every day, almost over 100 vehicles, then with very speed, a lot of crazy driving, the speed, and it makes the dust issue in the living around nearby the road, and every day the 100 vehicle is in the morning to go to the driveway, and back to the evening time, everyone driving the 100 vehicle. So it's very serious dust issue for residents. So I'd like to consider to change the dirt road to the like a black road, like a maintenance road. That is definitely was to change the switching from the dirt road to the black road, because I spent 1 year since I moved to here, the Lee County, but I saw like a 3 or 4 times, or even 5 times their maintenance the road, the whole dirt road to the make a more, even not to make a dust after the maintenance. So it's getting worse. So, and sometimes it makes a huge stuck on the road. I saw that many vehicle is stuck on the road and they need to pay. So I think that is should be good improvement that I think. So I'd like to. So today it's nothing the agenda, but I'd like to the future agenda for it. Yeah.
You talked to me before, you called me before about your issues, if I understand right, the dust on the road.
Yeah,
So many cars with the dust.
Yeah, it's a
And I understand, I do understand that, me and Kevin's talked about
Where's
it.
that at? Where's it?
All right. I don't know the answer to it, I know you probably meant blacktop on that road.
Yeah.
It's, now getting blacktop money is different than it used to be. Used to, you could request money from the state for blacktop, on a gravel road, but now there has to be a base on that road before the state will give you any money to blacktop that road. So it's different now, it's just a gravel road, so we wouldn't be eligible for any state money on that road until we got a base on it. We'd have to have, money to do that. Kevin, you got any solution or anything? We've talked about this before, I don't know the dust.
They used to make some kind of stuff you put on,
Michigan, they used to use chloride on the road.
Yeah.
They're the ones that does it.
Yeah, oh, like last time we used to use crude oil.
Yeah, you can't do that.
Anymore you can't. They let that stuff, Dennis got back there kind of doing away.
Chloride, that's what they use,
What is
there,
it?
chloride.
Chloride. If you just had a small water, that's the way they used to do on the coal job. They'd make a wand on the back of the truck, open the valve, put about 400 gallons in
But the gravel roads up there, they do like probably twice a year, in the summertime, and it keeps it done, it does.
There may be some stuff out there we check on, see.
We can look into it, but blacktop, right now, ain't gonna be possible till there's a base on that road. We'd have to put some type of base on it, so you can apply for the money.
So how much do you need for the like a black road? Like
How much
the
money?
cost for like a
We have to get-
what's the we need like a budget to it? So I think the quote or any how much need?
How much will we need to blacktop?
Yeah.
I don't know till we got it estimated. We'd have to get the road estimated.
Yeah. So maybe the first step need to like a quote.
I can get somebody to estimate
Yeah,
road
estimate.
and then see what it, but we wouldn't be able to get the money from the state on it to do it. Unless we just come up with the money out of general fund to do it, which, it's hard to do for us.
But it's never ending, this conversation, so we have to improve sometime. So
There ain't a good answer really until we get, I wish I knew what to tell you. I don't know what.
It's something you'll have to look into and work on. too.
We can look at that, that 4 hours or whatever, see.
What they use up there, they have more dirt roads in Michigan than they do blacktop roads. I never could understand that either, with the houses stacked on top of each other.
Well,
You know, boy, I did from Queensland. When Ruben comes down, if whoever comes, Ruben or somebody, I'll have you go there and get it.
yeah, or, we asked her, we'll get Donnie to give, Donnie gives us one base.
Right.
We can get estimate on season, what they put the base on it will be, but, I wish I had a better answer for you. We'll get an estimate there, we'll see what it would cost to put some type of base on there, we'll go from there. I know you called me before, I know it's a bad.
yeah, it's been like 1 year since I requested, so.
Yeah,
Still.
I had forgot, I thought I remembered your name,
Yeah.
because you called me but I just don't know. I wish that's a good answer. We'll see we'll get asking.
Okay.
We'll get asking and see what it's gonna cost. And then, try to get to you and let you know what it's gonna cost, us to do it.
Good full.
Thank you. All right. Okay. Yeah, I know what you're saying, man. I know what you're saying.
Yeah. Dead on.
All right, let's get into the. Approved minutes from April 10th, 2025 meeting. Anybody had a chance to look at the minutes?
Make a motion.
Dino made the motion, Rodney second, all in favor? Anybody opposed? Approved fiscal year 25-26 county road aid cooperative agreement resolution. We just had the hearing there. That's what Pearl talked to you about, just the county road aid money we get over here. It's just an agreement resolution, we're just approving that.
Make a motion.
Timbo made the motion, Dennis second, all in favor? Anybody opposed? Approved payoff of current Mack truck loan, and we pay that off before we go take those to auction, every year. So, Dennis made the motion, Rodney second, all in favor? Anybody opposed? Approved to rescind the motion to borrow money in the amount of $475 from KCO, and I know we approved it to borrow some money, but that was before we had ended up getting some safe money from the state, so there's a reason I need to do that right now.
Make the motion.
Timbo make the motion,
Second.
Dino second, all in favor? Anybody opposed? Approved payoff of current Mack truck loan in the amount of $406,658. So that's, we're paying off, the current $406,658. Rodney made that motion, Tim second, all in favor? Anybody opposed? Approved first reading of budget amendment number 4.
There's only 2 items on that budget amendment. You all should have it in your folder. That's the new state money that we're bringing in, and then the KCO Mack truck loan, because once we pay these truck loans, after we pay these current trucks off, we buy 2 new ones. So in order for us to buy them, we always get a loan to buy them, okay? So that's what it is.
Make the motion.
Timbo made the motion,
Second.
Dino second, all in favor? Anybody opposed? Approved first reading of budget for fiscal year 25 and 26. And everybody got a copy of the budget. That's just, we got a balanced budget. Pearl, you go ahead and.
Well, if you all have any questions, I mean, I want to tell you about done in. Get about done in. The new money is about, it was my saving grace, okay? We were short on the road fund through June 30th. We were short on the general fund for June 30th, okay? This money just helped us to balance through June 30th. There's money that's in your next year's budget. It's in one line item. You all will decide how that is spent, okay? I was trying to think if there was anything that I could think of that I need to tell you. The jail fund, we raised a little bit from your original. Justin and I talked about it. The next few months, we think it's going to be kind of high. So we raised the original jail budget. And you know, the jail budget is funded through your general fund as well, okay? You get 123 out of the LGEA. The general fund puts in money, and then we only get $93,000 in receipts from the state for the jail. That's it. So his budget's over $300,000. So the jail, the ambulance service, the insurance premiums tax will take care of the ambulance service if we do not have any major catastrophes, okay? We won't have a lot of surplus, I don't think. If we got 3/4 this year. It averages somewhere in the neighborhood of 130 something for the 3/4. If we get 4/4 like that, we may have a little surplus, but you gotta remember, you all have to have equipment all the time. Your ambulance services, your ambulances are always in repair. There's something going on with the ambulance service all the time. The general fund no longer has any money that you can put into your ambulance service. This year, to balance the ambulance service with the 3/4, the first quarter, we put in 30-some thousand from the opioid, okay, to balance it. So I think we'll balance, your balanced budgets there in your ambulance service, you can see it. The solid waste, I have budgeted 50 coming out of the general fund to balance solid waste. It's just their trucks, and it may not be that we have that many repairs next year with the 2 new trucks you're getting. So maybe we'll have a good year next year, but solid waste, is that they try to maintain, but, So I don't know of anything else I need to tell you. Is there any questions you have that I'll be glad to answer anything I can?
Those unexpected things like Pearl's talking about, ambulances, garbage trucks, things happen that you don't anticipate, that eats up if you've got any kind of surplus type. Usually eats it up that year, there's always stuff that happens, it just does.
And we got a motor down animals now.
We have, I think we do, I think the one broke down anyway. It's just constantly with things, it's constant.
And used to, we had surplus monies we could help. But we don't have it no more. The operating costs have gone up. And that's the way everything has gone up. Operating cost has just gone up. It's part of my budget, your budget, and everybody's budget. So we have to make it the best way we can. I'm just so thankful for our legislatures. That's all I can say.
Say this. Yes.
You got some good contacts now, Frank. So if that must be it. Anybody got any questions? No, I'll take a motion on the budget.
I make
Dean will make a motion. Dan a second, all in favor? Anybody opposed? Damn, that finger beat you before you said that.
I'm used to that. It used to bother me, but it don't.
Sorry.
You're fine.
Larry told me to do it too.
Approved standing orders for fiscal year 25-26. That's just the stuff that we paid. We don't have to bring the pay before the court.
And there is a list in their folders of what those are.
That gives us
Usually payroll, debt, utilities, and stuff like that.
Tim's made the motion. Tim voted
Go
right.
ahead.
Second on Tim. All in favor? Anybody opposed?
I'm gonna have to get me some eyes in the back of my head. Really?
Approve the purchase of 2 solid waste trucks and municipal equipment in the amount of $376,000 to be paid from the safe project account, 019100-548. And, that's state contract price. We got state contract price, and this is just getting us 2, new trucks. We had so much trouble, like Pearl said, there's so much expense with garbage trucks, it throws us way off. Once we get behind it, it's just terrible. There are people's calling, and you can't operate like that.
Now, the trucks we're replacing with these new trucks, how many miles did we get out of it? Do you know?
We got around 75, 80.
75.
Came back with Ford trucks again, same.
4
driver.
trucks, different bodies on them, just the bed,
What mainly went wrong with them, Kevin, the beds or the transmissions
the
or?
bed, man,
Beds.
bed, transmission.
There's just a lot of problems with it.
No problem.
And,
One of them still was out, couldn't have no help us now.
No,
We're gonna keep the 2 trucks.
Yeah, we're gonna keep them.
Oh, keep them for
That way if something happens, Captain Spurs will never get in the spot again, hopefully.
We'll have 4 good
You
trucks.
don't have to put a lot of money into it.
Kind of warranty on them.
What's the warranty on it?
I asked,
I ain't
it was,
sure.
it's a year on the
They still run.
half year, and the other has to do with
That's
the
good, yeah.
Ford's, whatever Ford's
warranty is, I don't know.
Probably 100,000.
But I did ask him about that.
We bought several off of Larry. He's, since I judged before, we bought several. He's good to work with, all the stands behind the stuff. He just,
So would you say we got good service out of these trucks or poor service out of them?
Got four service.
out of those, that's the ones, they got them, that's the ones that, that administration.
Then we get the administration for you, I'll get these.
What brand were they?
They're forward, so, the package is what's different.
The Packard.
The Packard.
They come out forward, these trucks did.
And these, they're all, both of them are four-wheel drive, rear or side load, and they have tippers on both sides, where one of the trucks just has one tipper. We has both tippers, four-wheel drive. What else? I think that was the main thing.
That's what trucks we could find that would match in their big trucks, so their big trucks are good, like this.
Right.
Just a good truck, we'll see.
Should be here about the middle of June.
Yeah.
I hope.
This is from the state money, cost the taxpayers here, nothing. It's just what we got. We'd have borrowed money.
Thank you all.
I got a motion, Rodney made the motion, Tim second, all in favor? Anybody opposed?
Thank you on behalf of the solid waste department. Thank you
I-
very much.
Let's, we was gonna, didn't put this on here, but we told Mitch we need to order about, what was the price on those dumpsters, Mitch, what we got,
Well, I've got a quote on
You
the
got a quote
dozen,
on
there's, 2 4 yards, 8 6 yard, and 2 8 yard, that's a dozen, there's, $20,528.
well, we got this, I want to go ahead and order them dumpsters, because they're always needing, they pay for themselves.
You know, let me just, I read some numbers on, just so you guys would know, we've got 40 that we pick up permanent dumpsters, businesses pick up every week. Then we have 15 that are in the rental pool. And here's a waiting list, of about 20 to 25 people. And this is all year long, this goes on, not just the spring.
Yeah, we're always behind, yeah.
Always behind, so they pay for the.
They pay for themselves, pretty quick.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I like to get a motion to get those two, I didn't have it on here.
I'll make the motion.
Tim made the motion, Dino second, all in favor? Anybody opposed?
Mitch, where do you want it from?
Thank you all.
I'll tell you.
Basically, that's once a week.
Or do you?
Same question you
Do you-
Last
okay,
week,
it
you
is-
go last week,
okay.
Who did
Dean made the motion.
When they get round to that.
Tim made the motion, Dean made the Dean second, okay.
My neighbor found mine there time for me.
It'll be paid out of that same account, Mitch, for your truck. Okay,
I'll get you through.
but I'm saying you can put it in the
Insurance
same
companies
account
been
number
telling people
as
that
your truck's
the reason
right
why their
truck.
insurance is going up is because of the tax on the ambulance.
Approve AOC fiscal year 25-26 reimbursement to Lee County Fiscal Court, $112,209. That's what they pay us
For a year.
for a year, reimbursement from AOC, that's what they pay us for their. I get a motion to approve that. Tim made the motion, Rodney second, all in favor? Anybody opposed? Approve resolution for transference of maintenance and ownership of the old Kentucky 11 road segments in Lee County, and the state is just, well, they've got the new part done on 11 now, all the blacktop and widening and stuff, just the little parts like by Nikki Goods there, a couple other spots there, Kevin, right on 11 there, they're just they're just transferring them over to us, the little spots just for us, it'll be ours now. That's what they say.
Make a motion.
Dean made the motion, Dennis second, all in favor? Anybody opposed? Approved contract payment of $400 each to 4 employees, Kevin, Jordan Horn, Junior Bramberg, Bobby Fox, to transport the Mack trucks to Alabama for auction. We do this every year, we pay them to take them to auction. Rodney made that motion, Tim second, all in favor? Anybody opposed?
May the 28th.
Pay for when?
May the 28th.
That's not long.
You know, we get them right at the state of June 7th.
I had appointed Renita Fox to the library board, term to expire 9/1/26. Just need approval on that. Dennis made the motion,
I'll see.
Tim second, all in favor? Anybody opposed? Approve, $2 wage increase for Deputy Brooke Moore effective April 24 to be consecutive payroll maintenance hourly wage $20 plus Cliff. And the Cliff is $213. And this just puts in, the cities went up, now they pay their officers, they're up to 20, and, thought it was only right to move Brooke up to 20. It's, Rodney made that motion, Tim second, all in favor? Anybody opposed? Approved grant application with CRAD, Lee County Search and Rescue, Fiscal Court to obtain funds for a side-by-side for emergency use of Fiscal Court match. We've matched 14,307 of it, but the grant is for how much, Jody?
They're giving us 47.
They're giving us 47, we're paying 14 for that. We hit, so. Dennis made the motion, Tim second, all in favor? Anybody opposed?
What the Argo brand is 66?
I don't know, you know what?
3,500.
Discuss approved transfers, Pearl, you been,
You all have transfers in your folder. They're inter-fund, which means from one fund to the next. They are, some line items, but you'll have a lot of line item transfers after we pay the claims. But I just did not get them all done.
Oh, is that what they want to turn back on?
But you'll see your inter-fund and you'll see your budget transfers. They're different.
get a motion on Dennis made the motion,
Second.
Dino second, all in favor?
Aye.
Anybody opposed?
Judge, I have one other thing maybe. On the monies that we're getting from the state, I'd like for you to give us permission, the judge and I don't know between now and next year how much money we'll be spending. You know me, I like every dime I can get. I want to put some on CD if we have any. That, you know, that you don't need to use right away. If you all will allow me to do that. And the judge.
We should have-
And he will make that decision how much.
Dennis made the motion, Dennis second, all in favor? Anybody opposed? All right. Need your old buddy to come in there now.
Make a motion to adjourn.
Dino made the motion to adjourn, need a second.
You got a motion on it.
I never did get a second on it. Rodney second, all in favor, be done.